Hello everyone, Skune007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Cincinnati Reds. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off the center fielder, Chris B. Young. Batting second, the second baseman, Orlando Hudson. Batting third, the left fielder, Eric Barnes. Batting fourth in cleanup, the first baseman, Connor Jackson. Batting fifth, the catcher, Chris Snyder. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Mark Reynolds. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Stephen Dew. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Justin Upton. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Brandon Webb. On the mound for the Cincinnati Reds is Aaron Herring, who was 6-17 in the actual season, 4.78 ERA, 184.13 inning pitched, 205 hits, had 153 strikeouts, and 45 walks. All right, he's done with his opening warm-up. Here's the pitch to Chris, and this game is underway. 6-3, error on a throw possible. 2-6, that is a double star one, and that is a fly out to Dunn in left field. One away. Orlando Hudson now takes to the plate. 3-3, that's a blank. 4-2. That is, we start this game off with a question mark 7 on a 19, and that is a fly out to the left field. 2 away. Eric Barnes now up. 6-3, error on a throw. 6-6. That's a line out to the shortstop. There is a 4 as his error rating. We have a 3 on the D20. No error there. Ball caught. Error only if runners are on and less than 2 outs. It's a throwing error 1, trying to double off the runners. Otherwise, it's just a line out. And with that, it's nothing across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. Corey, Jeff, and Ken due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Here is the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, the center fielder, Corey Patterson. Batting second, the shortstop, Jeff Keppinger. Batting third, the right fielder, Ken Griffey. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Edwin Anchorino. And I do apologize if I butchered the name. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Scott Haydenberg. Batting eighth, the catcher, Xavier Valentin. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Aaron Herring. And on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks is Brandon Webb. In his actual season, he was 22 with 7 losses, no saves, 3.30 ERA, 226.2 innings pitched, had 206 hits, 183 strikeouts, and 60 walks. All right, Brandon is done with his opening warm-up. Here's the pitch to Corey. 2-5. That's a strikeout result. The 9. Great American Ballpark adds +1 to the strikes, and that is struck him out. Jeff Keppinger now up. Here's the pitch to Jeff. 4-6. First time in this game, we go to Great American Ballpark. We go to the ballpark card. 2-4. That is a double star, and that is a ground ball to second base. 2 outs. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr. Here's the pitch. 1-3. That is a walk plus, and they walk Ken. And they walk Ken Griffey. So Griffey on first. 13 on the strategy die. Nothing going on with that. Here's the pitch to Brandon Phillips. 5-6. Strikeout result, the 16. 16 is too high. Needed it. 3-1. And that is a ground out to second base. So at the end of 1, it is no runs, no hits, no errors. The score tied at 0. It is Connor, Chris, and Mark due up for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch to Connor. 4-4. Possible error. 5-3. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman, Haydenberg, who has a error rating of 0. 10. No error there. And 1 away. Chris Snyder steps into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. 1-4. Error on a ground ball. 4-4. And that is a fly ball out to left field. 2 away. Mark Reynolds now up. 6-4. 14. Strikeout result. The 14 struck him out. And Cincinnati takes him in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Adam, Edwin, and Scott due up for Cincinnati. Here's the pitch to Adam. 3-6. That is a walk plus 19 for the walk, and they walk Adam. All right. Strategy die is a 2. No strategy. With that, 3-1. That's a blank. 2-2. That's a double. All right, let's take a look here at the runner advancement chart. We have a 6 here, so we take a look at the 2. The 2 says lead runner is thrown out, but if the trailing runner's BR is greater than or equal to the roll, then he advances. So they get Adam out at home, and Edwin advances to third, and they have now a runner in scoring position. All right, they're going to bring the infield to double play depth. Edwin in scoring position, 9 on the strategy die. Here's the pitch. 2-4. Strikeout result, the 19, too high. 4-3. That's a single. And Cincinnati gets on the board first. Scott on first. All right, we have a steal attempt. He's going to attempt it. No, the 20, he's thrown out. They picked him off at second. So 2 away, they got him. And that's going to bring up, Aaron here. Here's the pitch to Herring. 6-4 range play. 1-2. That a line shot back to the pitcher. That his range is a 1-3. That's a 5. And Aaron gets on base. Two outs. Strategy rolls a 15. Here's the pitch to Corey, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 3-5. Range play at the ballpark. 4-3. And that goes back to the catcher on a P2. Needs a range of a 3. That is a 3. And gets the out. Run, 3 hits, no errors. Cincinnati leads by 1 at the end of 2. It is Steven, Justin, and Brandon due up for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch to Steven. 4-6. Home run result. The 16 needs an 11. The 16 is too high. 1-6. However, he does respond by getting on base with a single past the right field. All right, 5 on the strategy die. Justin Upton now up to bat. Here's the pitch to Justin. 6-4. Strikeout result. The 5 struck him out. All right, we have a 17 on the strategy die. His bunt attempt is a 2, and that does fall in the range to 16 and 19. They are going to do a sacrifice play here. 1-1. That is, and it is a successful sacrifice bunt. So Steven moves up to second. They get Brandon out at first, and we go back to the top of the order. Chris B. Young. Here's the pitch to Chris. He's 0 for 1. 1-3. Range play at the ballpark. 5-2. That goes back to Patterson. Patterson's range is a 2. It's a 1. He robs him of the home run. And they leave one stranded in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Jeff, Ken, and Brandon due up for Cincinnati. All right, here's the pitch to Jeff. 6-1. Error on a ground ball. 1-3. And that is a single pass second base. That one just got past Hudson. So Jeff is on first. That's going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Here's the pitch to Ken Griffey. 13 on the strategy die, by the way. 6-4. Range play. 2-2. And that's a pop-up to Drew on a 1-3. Gets it with the 3, and that is out. Number 1. We have a steal attempt from Ken. And the 14, no, he got thrown out. He got caught stealing at second. So, 2 outs. That's going to bring Brandon. Bases are now empty. 3-6. Strikeout chance to 7. Struck him out. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. At the end of 3, Cincinnati still leads by 1. Due up is Orlando, Eric, and Connor for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch for Orlando. 6-4. Strikeout result. The 18 is too high. 5-2. And that's a single, and Orlando gets on base. He's 0 for 1 today. Eric Barnes, 0 for 1, 18 on the strategy die. 6-3. Error on the throw. 6-6. That's a line out to Kepler. Runner is doubled up. And that's going to be a double play. The 8 is out of that range. And that is 2. Eric gets him out. Eric Barnes lined out to the shortstop, and Orlando Hudson is caught off first base. Double play on that. So, 2 outs. And Connor Jackson up 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 6-2 at the ballpark. 6-6. And that's a fly out to center field. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Adam, Edwin, and Scott due up for Cincinnati. Adam Dunn, 0 for 1 with a walk. He has a walk. Walked the last time up. 1-1, and he walks it, and he walks him again. Edwin now up. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Adams on first. 19 is the strategy. No strategy going on there. 3-4. That's a question mark, and that is in that range there. And that is a ground out to first base. That is an end on a fielder's choice. Actually, Adam gets forced out at second. And Edwin on that takes first. So, 1 away. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Scott, who's 1 for 1. 2-6. Wild pitch. And that's a 2. And on that wild pitch, Eric takes second. Here's the pitch to Scott. 4-5. That's a double. And Cincinnati scores another run. Scott on second. And that's going to bring up Xavier, who has a 5. Here's the pitch on the strategy die. He's 0 for 1. No, he's 0 for 0. He hasn't. 1-6. Strikeout result, the 16, no. 5-5. And that is a ground out to the first base. No, to second base. And on that, that is going to advance Scott to third. And the out is at first. So, runner in scoring position, that's going to bring up Aaron, who's 1 for 1, 1-6, strikeout result to 16, and we add the +1, that struck him out. 1-1, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. At the end of 4, Cincinnati leads by 2. Chris, Mark, and Steven due up for the Diamondbacks. Chris, 0 for 1 in the game today. 5-2 wild pitch. We're going to roll that again. 1-3 range play at the ballpark. 3-3. That is an S plus. That is a fly ball out there to Patterson, whose range is a 2. That's a 6. That's a fail. And does not advance anything else. That is greater than that. And he holds with a single. Wasn't going to try to push. For that double. All right, Mark Reynolds up 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up at bat. 6-2 at the ballpark. 3-6. And that's an out. There. So, Chris Snyder, 7 on the strategy die. Stephen Dew, 1 for 1. 4-4. Possible error. 5-1. And that is a question mark 8. The 13, that's a triple. No error there. And that's going to bring Chris home, the tying run, now in scoring position. And Justin Upton is now up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 14 on the strategy die. Nothing going on there. 3-1 range play. 2-2. Kepler is a 0. The range is a 4. And this game is now tied up at 2 apiece. One out, top of the 5th. Infield at double play depth, going back to double play depth. Justin is they're gonna bring the infield in. We have a sacrifice attempt here. 2-2. No, that's a strike. And nothing happens there. That's a strikeout there. 2 outs. Justin still on first. 12 on the strategy die. We go to the top of the order. Chris, who's 0 for 2. 5-6. 5-6. That's a blank. I clicked the wrong button there. 5-1. That's a single. And the 6. He advances, and we now have runners on the corner. They're going to bring the corners in. 19 on the strategy die. The go-ahead run on third. 5-6. That's a walk. Walk plus. And they load the bases up. So they're going to go out to the mound and talk to Herring. And he says he's all right. All right. Herring can face 6 more batters. Here's the pitch. to Eric, who's 0 for 2. 6-2 range play at the ballpark. 1-1. That's a blank. Well, that's a rare play. Grounder to second base, who throws it in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball up. Resolve play using a range play check for the first base to see if he scoops up the ball. Otherwise, E4. It is a successful range play by Scott Hattenberg to retire the side. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Corey, Jeff, and Ken. We go to the top of the order. And here's the pitch to 5-3, walk plus. And they walk Corey. Jeff Keppinger up, who's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Walk result. Nope. 10. Too high. No walk there. Doesn't walk him. 1-4. And that is a line drive to the shortstop and no double play there. The infielder going to go to double play depth. 13 on the strategy die. Ken Griffey walked his last time up at bat. 4-6 at the ballpark. 6-2. And that is a ground ball. The 2, that is a double play. And no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 6th. It is Connor, Chris, and Mark. Connor 0 for 2. Aaron can face 5 more batters before he's tired. 5-6. That's a blank. 3-6. And that's a walk. Connor on first. All right, we're going to go with a sacrifice play here. 4-3. That is a question mark play. The bunt attempt on a 1-2 goes to the pitcher, and it is a successful bunt. So 1 away. Connor goes to second. Infield going to double play depth. The go-ahead run in scoring position. And that'll bring up Mark Reynolds, who's 0 for 2. 3-4. Strikeout. And the 4 struck him out. All right, that is going to bring up Stephen Drew, who's 2 for 2 with a triple. 11 on the strategy die. Infield in at normal play. 5-3. Strikeout there. That's a 9. And they leave 1 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Brandon, Adam, and Edwin due up for Cincinnati. Here's the pitch. And Brandon can face 7 more batters. 6-5. Range play at the ballpark. 5-6. Lawrence has a range of 2. That's a 2. He got him. And that is a fly out to left field. 1 away. Adam Dunn up. Walked his last 2 times up. 5-2. Strikeout result, the 18. Too high. 3-3. But line, and that is a line out to first base. 2 away. Edwin now up. It's 1 for 2 with a double. 3-1. That's a blank. 3-3. And that is a fly out to right field. 3 up, 3 down for the Reds. They go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. The score is tied at 2. It is Justin, Brandon, and Chris due up for the Diamondbacks. Aaron can face one more batter, so they want to see what he can do against Justin. Here, 3-2, hit by the pitch result. The 20 is too high. 2-4. And that is a single. And that's going to do it for Aaron. They're going to pull him. Let's take a look at the stats for Aaron. He went 6 innings, had 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. ERA for him when he leaves the game is 3.0. So that's going to do it for him. And we have a right coming up. They're going to go with Gary Majowski. Gary has 1 win, no loss, no saves, a 6.52 ERA, 40 innings pitched, 61 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 15 walks. Here's the pitch to Brandon. Strategy dies at 13. 5-1. That's a wild pitch to 16. Nothing there. 1-2. That's a single. And we now have runners on the corners. So we go to the top of the order. Chris, 1 for 3, has a chance to bring the leading run in. 3-6. That's a walk. The 9 walks him. And that loads the bases. 11 on the strategy die. Here's the pitch. 1-4, hit by the pitch. That's a 12. That is outside of the range of being hit by the pitch, so nothing happening there. 6-2. That's a single pass first. No, single pass second. And Brandon is going to hold, so not advanced there. All right, that's going to bring up Eric Barnes, who's 0 for 3. Bases are loaded. Gary can face 2 more batters before he's tired. 5-1. Wild pitch, the 11. No. 2-6. Question mark 7 on a 14. That's a triple. And that is now 6-2. No outs. That's going to do it for Gary. Yep. And that's going to do it for Gary Majowski, who doesn't even last an inning here. And all of those runs go to Aaron. He inherited those runs, so his ERA goes up to 4.5 on that. 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, and 1 base on balls. So that's going to do it for Gary. They're going to pull him, and we have a right situation coming in. And they're going to go to Mike. Mike Lincoln. 2 wins, 5 losses, no saves, 4.48 ERA, 70.1 inning pitch, 66 hits, 57 strikeouts, and 23 walks. All right, here's the pitch to Connor. 6-3, hit by the pitch. They're going to bring the corners. They're going to bring the corners in. All right, here's the pitch to Chris, who's 1 for 2. 6-3. Hit by pitch. Ooh, that can't be good. That's hitting him twice. They hit him twice. 2-4. Range play. 1-4. No, that's a ground ball to the first baseman whose range is a 3. That's a 4, and that's going to be a double. And no, that is a 1. He's going to hold. And the Reds can't get out of this inning. There are 2. Mike can face 2 more. 1-2. The 11 for the walk is too high. 2-6. The runner in third. No. And the out is at first. So 1 away. They're going to go to double play depth. Next up is Justin Upton. 1 for 3. No, 2 for 3, sorry. 4-3. That's a blank. 6-1. He is going to try to score. They are. And they get the out at first. That's going to score you. That's going to move here. And they go and they got the out at first. 9-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Brandon Webb, 1 for 2. 2-6. And that's a single. That's a fatigue result as well. And we have right coming up. That's going to bring in Josh here. So Josh has only 9 innings pitched. Has an ERA of 9. Pitched 3 innings. Allowed 6 hits, 6 strikes, and 2 walks. Let's take a look at the stats here real quick. And Mike Lincoln has an ERA of 38.57. Only 2/3 of an inning pitched, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, and 2 hit by the pitches. Reds went to the bullpen early, but Cincinnati has their special K out there. 6-1, error on a ground ball. And that doesn't matter there. That is... And Arizona, 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And that's going to be the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. So Brandon can face 4 more batters before he's tired. And he has to face Scott, Xavier, and Josh. But they're probably not going to let Josh hit. They're going to probably go for a pinch hitter on that one. But here's the pitch to Scott. 5-1. That's a blank. 3-3. And that's a double. All right, Xavier now up. Who's 0 for 1. 4-6 at the ballpark. 2-5. And that is a ground out to the first baseman. And that's going to advance Scott, though, because that's an out at first, and he automatically advances on balls hit to first, second with the catcher. Now, Josh, they're not going to hit. They're not going to let him hit. They're going to go with a pinch hitter, and they're going to go with Andy Phillips on that. All right. So Andy Phillips is going to step in for Josh. Here's the pitch. Is it going to bring Scott home? That's the question. 6-5 range play. 1-3. And that is a ground ball to Hudson to second base. And he is going to try to score. And the defense is not going to go for the out at home. But if a 1D6 is higher, out. Otherwise, safe. He is safe there. I'm going by what it says here. Runner in third, if runner heads for home. If 1D6 higher than the BR, otherwise safe. So he's, and Andy gets on base, 1 out. Now, I might have played that wrong. If I did, please let me know. Post that down in the comments as well on that. So, we go to the top of the order. Corey Patterson, 0 for 2. And this is probably Brandon's last last batter. 2-1. That's a strikeout. The 6 in range. Struck him out. 2 outs. Cincinnati is down by 7. Andy Phillips on base. Here's the pitch. They're going to let Brandon finish this inning. They need 1 more out to get out. 2-6. That is a wild pitch on a 13. And with that, on the wild pitch, Andy goes to second. Here's the pitch here. 5-4. And that is an out, and that retires the side. So with that, we have a switch rate coming up. And they are going to go with Kent Merker coming up. Kent Merker, who is a one win, no loss, 3.29 ERA, 13.2 innings pitched, allowed 13 hits, 6 strikes, and 7 walks. Let's take a look real quick at the stats with that. And Joshua leaves the game, only had 1 strikeout. Reds had to go really digging into the bullpen for this game. 5-6, that's a range play. 5-4. And that goes out to Griffey, whose range is a 2. That's a 1. And Orlando is out. 1 away. Kent, here's the pitch. 2-4, walk plus. And there we go. There's another walk right there. Eric on base. Strategy strategy is turned off. 6-1. That's a blank. 1-4. And that is a fly out to center field. 2 away. And that's going to bring up Chris Snyder, who's 1 for 2. 4-6 range play. Here's the pitch. The response, 5-2. Once again, it goes back out to the Griffey, whose range is a 2. That's a 1. And that's retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Griffey, Brandon, and Adam do up. That's going to do it for Brandon. And they have a left-right coming up. So they're going to go with Tony Arpina. 3 wins, 2 losses, 3 saves, 4.33 ERA, 72.2 inning pitched. Allowed 80 hits, 52 strikeouts, 12 walks. Let's take a look at the stats real quick for Brandon. Pitched 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches, had a ERA of 3.86. All right, Tony can face 4 batters. We have a 5-3 strikeout result, the 20, too high. 1-2. And Ken Griffey gets on base. Brandon Phillips 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. 3-3. That's a blank. 4-1. That is a ground ball to the shortstop. But that is going to be, Griffey's going to be out at second. And Brandon Phillips is going to take his place there on first. All right. Infield at double play depth. 1 out. 3-6. Strikeout. 15. Struck him out. And 2 away. Edwin now up. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 4-2. Strikeout result, the 17. Too high on that. 3-2. And there's a fly out to left. And that is a fly out to left field. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. But will there be some 9th inning magic? Remember, no lead is safe in inside pitch. That's going to do it for Kent. They're not going to let him pitch this inning. They're going to go with David. They're going to go with David Weathers for this inning here. And let's take a look at David's stats. He's 4 wins, 6 losses, has a 3.25 ERA, 69.1 innings pitched, 76 hits, 46 strikeouts, and allowed 22 walks. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Strikeout result, the 18. Struck him out. And 1 away. Stephen Drew now up. He's 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. 3-1. That's a double star, and that's a fly out to Ken Griffey. 2 away. Justin Upton, 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. 6-1. Error on a ground. 4-5. That is a ground ball error And that is a one-base error. And Justin Upton is on first. Right. Yep. So they're not going to let Tony hit. They're going to bring in Alex Romeo. And Alex in his regular season had an average of 230. So here's the pitch to Alex. 3-5. They walk him. All right. We go to the top of the order. Chris now up. He's 1 for 4. 2-6 at the ballpark. 2-3. And that is a rare play. A slow roller fielded by the catcher who possibly bobbles it and then throws wild to first, resolved by rolling against the catcher rating, the catcher error rating first for the bobble, then for the throw. No error by Xavier. So that retired. And we have a left switch coming up. So that's going to retire the side there. And they're going to go with Chad Quells. They're going to go with their closer. Bring him in. Chad has 4 wins, 8 losses, 9 saves, 2.81 ERA, 73.2, 61 hits, 71 strikeouts, and 16 walks. And that sound means we're at the bottom of the 9th. Scott Hannenberg is 3 for 3 with a double. And once again, that sound means we better get this game going here. 4-2, strike out the 9. No, doesn't strike him out there. 4-4. Ground out to first base, 1 away. Here we go. That's going to bring up Xavier, who's 0 for 2. 6-2. Strike out the 4, struck him out. And David Weathers, they're not going to let him play in this. They're going to bring in Chris Dickerson to play. Here's the pitch to Chris. Does he keep this game alive? 6-2, strike out the 1, struck him out. And Arizona defeats the Cincinnati Reds 10-3. Final line score coming up. What a game that was. So, final line score here. Arizona is your winner today with 10 wins and 13 hits. The Cincinnati Reds, 3 hits, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Your winning pitcher is Brandon Webb. The losing pitcher today is Aaron Haig. And let's take a look at the game stats here. They went through the Reds went through majority of that bullpen. So Aaron gets the loss, Brandon gets the win. David Weathers, the final pitcher for the Reds, had 1 inning pitched, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Chad, who was the closer over on the Diamondbacks, had 1 inning pitched and only 2 strikeouts. That's going to do it for us today here for this game here between Arizona and Cincinnati. If you like what you see here, give the video a thumbs up. We'll see you next time for another exciting game. Another exciting game from Inside Pitch on the 2008 replay. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.